What's going on, God's glorious ones? Me, Jamil, very excited to be here with you for this team training. First things first, if you are in a room where you know your team members will maybe walk in, or your roommate might walk in, or your cell phone's on, pause the video right now, turn off that cell phone, get into a quiet zone so our time together will be the most effective use of your time. Also, if you have not turned in your finances for the April 27th deadline, which you should have already received an email about, that should already be turned in as of today. If you have not contacted your team leader, you want to do so immediately. Let's go ahead and jump into our next fundraiser that we have to make sure that God's going to provide for your guys' needs for this Expedition 2013. Can someone say iPad fundraiser? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe I'm just excited. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit too excited. Here's the deal. I'm so excited about this iPad fundraiser because last year, okay, all teams total, when they ended up selling all their Expedition iPad fundraising tickets, we made a grand total from all teams $6,000. Yeah, you heard me correctly. $6,000. Bam. Can someone say bam again? But here's the deal. The reason why they raised $6,000 was because it was out of necessity. We were in a place where it was against the wire and we needed a fundraiser to push over that last hump, and everyone did it, but it was because we needed to, not because it was from vision. And here's what I'm laying on the table. You have the option this year to raise these funds out of vision and not out of necessity when it comes to this fundraiser. A lot of you guys have, if you're on my team, I know that you've had the privilege of talking to Ashish through Skype. If you're on Kim's team, I know that you had the privilege of seeing the kids via on that video that she showed during his team breakout. If you're on Jeremy's team, I know he's sharing vision, what they want to see in Indonesia, and it goes across every other team. I know that vision, strong vision, has been put in front of you. Here's what I'm asking. Use that vision to propel you into selling all the iPad tickets that you can sell. That's going to raise, I believe, not only a good portion of your budget. I believe that some of you guys can raise the remainder of your budget by selling these iPad raffle tickets. So here's the deal. Each iPad raffle ticket goes for $10, okay? And we are raffling off the new iPad, the iPad with Retina display. It's important that you say with Retina display and not the new iPad, because the new iPad is last year's model. iPad with Retina display is this year's new model. I don't know why they made it like that way. That's Apple for you, but that's the way they call it. And you want to make sure that when you're selling them, you're saying iPad with Retina display, because that's the newest one that's out. And it sounds super cool, and people are going to buy these like craziness. Okay, here's the deal. Like I said, you get 80% of every ticket that you sell. Every single person is going to sell a minimum of 20 tickets, okay? It doesn't matter if you're at your budget in full right now, if you're almost at your budget, or if you're nowhere near your budget. Everyone is required to sell a minimum of 20 iPad raffle tickets, and from there, I know that you're going to go above and beyond that. I know in one year when people were selling these specific iPad raffle tickets, somebody sold 40 tickets. So I know we're going to see crazy things happen in your guys' finances through this fundraiser. I want to go over a few details about the fundraiser so that we know specifically how to kind of navigate it all the way through. First things first, as of April 27th, you should already have your iPad raffle tickets. If you did not receive them specifically for Stanislaus or Fresno, if you did not receive your iPad raffle tickets, you want to make sure to talk with your team leader so they can get that into your hands ASAP. If you're part of Merced, you can pick that up at the next gathering, or if you're coming to Training for Reigning tonight, you can get those tonight as well too. But either way, it's your responsibility to be proactive to make sure that you get these iPad fundraiser tickets so that you can sell these immediately. So that the fundraiser, you will have time from April 27th all the way till our celebration team training, which will be May 19th, Sunday, May 19th. That will be when you turn in all the tickets that you've sold. So again, May 19th, when all of our budgets are raised, we're going to be celebrating, we're going to be partying, but in addition to that, we're going to be bringing these tickets so that we can do the iPad raffle, which will be held Tuesday, May 21st. Again, Tuesday, May 21st, we will be doing the raffle on video, in which we will post the video online so that they can know, hey, this was a legit raffle. We pulled out the stub, and we'll be announcing the winner on the webcam. In addition to that, when it's posted on the Central Valley website, we will also be contacting the winner, letting them know you won the iPad. And from there, if they are in a different state, we will be more than happy to mail that to them. If they live in a city, we'll be make sure that they get their iPad with Retina display. So it's going to be awesome. Also, you can sell to your family, you can sell to students, you can sell to coworkers, professors, church members, any kind of people that you want to sell them to, we say sell them to. Also, we want to recommend, man, talk to your pastor, okay? If you know you go to a church where you have good relationship with the pastor and they might be okay with you maybe perhaps making an announcement during church, or you can set up a table during the break or in between church services or before or after church service, man, highly recommend that. Set up a table, set up camp there, and boom, start selling tickets to everybody at your church. If you are going to a church that has multiple expedition team members, man, work together so that you guys can sell them together during that church time. Also, if you have parents, or, well, of course, all of you guys have parents, but if your mom and dad have a job, or they go to a Bible study, or maybe they have their own men's or women's group, man, ask your parents to sell tickets for you. Say, hey, Pop, hey, Mom, would you go to work and sell 10 tickets for me? Would you go to your Bible study, sell 10 tickets for me? So now you're selling tickets. You're selling multiple tickets beyond your own reach. So again, employ some of your friends. If you're in a sorority, fraternity, man, work together with your peoples to sell multiple tickets on your behalf. Does that make sense? Also, never, when it comes to language, never use the word missions. Always use the word expeditions, okay? So specifically, if you're on an Arabia team or Indonesia team, you just want to be very careful when you're sharing about what you're selling these tickets for. So you wouldn't go out and say, hey, I'm selling tickets to go to, an Arabic country because we're going to minister to Muslims. You know what I'm saying? Here's an example all across the board of how you can present when you are talking about selling these tickets. And we're going to read you. Here's an example. Hey, what's going on? My name is Jamil. I'm selling these raffle tickets. You can win the iPad with Retina display. It's the newest one out. Again, all tickets are $10, and all of the proceeds of this fundraiser help go to my summer expedition trip. Basically, this summer expedition trip will go for anything from doing leadership seminars overseas to outreaches overseas to helping orphanages in India and the Philippines. So again, you're not just entering to win a raffle, but you're also helping to help reach out to orphanages in India and the Philippines and various countries as well too. So again, basically those are kind of bullet point languages that you can use when selling them. So you're not saying missions, you're more saying about expeditions in that kind of manner. And again, a lot of these people have a relationship with you, which you'll be selling tickets to, so you can be able to give them more detail as you go forth. If you have any more questions about language, please feel free to talk with your team leader, and they can help you with that as well too. Specifically, when it comes to selling on campus, okay, here's the deal. UC Merced, you guys are the only campus that is not allowed to specifically go to buildings and just start freestyling and going up to office buildings and just asking people if they want to sell raffle tickets. Only because UC Merced, you guys have certain red tape, certain permits that need to be signed and taken care of, and we just did not do that. So unless you have personal relationship with the professor, personal relationship with the staff member, meaning there's a friendship, you know them on a personal level, then in that context you can approach them. But if it's just a cold kind of call or cold walk up and say, hey, do you want to do it? I'm selling it for my club and all this different stuff, that's just not going to work. They're going to immediately ask you, hey, who approved you? And this is going to be all bad from there. So if you want UC Merced, do not approach professors or staff members, again, not unless you are in a personal relationship with them. For all other campuses, Fresno State, CSU Stanislaus, MJC, Merced College, okay, you guys have the freedom to approach professors, approach staff members, but here's kind of the two rules of them. One, if you're going to go into an office building and start approaching different secretaries and different cubicles and so forth, you want to talk to the person that's in charge of that department and ask them for your permission. Don't just barge in there and start selling like crazy. You want to get permission. That's just a way of honoring them, and then they might say, hey, this might be a better time, or they might give you certain language. So again, you want to honor them before you just walk in. Also, when it comes to certain campuses, I know that multiple of you guys are probably getting the same idea. Hey, I'm gonna go to this building. Hey, I'm gonna go to this building. So to keep from the confusion of the, let's say BJ's like, I want to go to MSR building on at CSU Stanislaus, and then all of a sudden CJ's like, I want to go, and then Francisca's like, I want to go. So to keep from multiple people going to the same building, hit up the same floor from the same team, God forbid. You are going to talk to certain staff members that are going to be responsible for keeping track of which students have gone to each building and which rooms they've already brought at. So the way it works is if you're at CSU Stanislaus and you're saying, hey, I want to approach certain people in the MSR building, for example, you would contact me, and I'm going to keep a running list of which students have already approached which places. Okay. For MJC, you're going to be contacting Favor. So Favor will be the person you'll be contacting to say, hey, I want to approach this building, these rooms, and she'll give you the go, or she'll give you the red light based upon who's already said that. And when it comes to Merced College, you will be contacting Jasmine Chestnut. Jasmine Chestnut, she'll let you know, hey, this building's already taken, or it's open, and so forth and so forth. Here's how this works. It is on a first come, first serve basis, okay? So first person that emails or texts or calls and says, hey, can I have this floor or this department head, you will get the clearance. So if you email or text that staff member later than this, then it's on a first come, first serve basis. Hopefully that makes sense. When it comes to Chi Alpha students, specifically Chi Alpha students, we're asking that you do not sell raffle tickets to Chi Alpha students for this reason. Joey gets hit up from multiple team members that are at UC Merced. He's just going to be bombarded by so many people trying to sell iPad raffle tickets. So we are going to give all Chi Alpha students an opportunity to purchase these raffle tickets at Destiny Banquet May 17th. So they will all have an opportunity to go and buy an iPad raffle ticket May 17th at the Destiny Banquet, in which that will go into a general pot for everybody. Okay, so please do not hit up Chi Alpha students. That's one, to protect them, but two, we are going to be selling them at Destiny, giving everybody the opportunity as well too, which is going to be super excited. All of you guys are going to be there. It's going to be amazing. So I want to talk with you right now about specifically how this works for your iPad raffle ticket. So specifically, here's the iPad raffle ticket, okay? When they fill out their information, okay, you're going to write out, boom, you write out your name. You're going to put the phone number in there. You're going to put their address in there. We need their address so that we can know where to mail it if they're the winner. Put their email address in there so we can know how to contact them. And then when it says contact seller, you want to make sure that you put your name in there. So for whatever reason we're unable to get a hold of them, boom, we can contact you and be like, hey, Lydia, your Uncle One, how do we get a hold of him because he ain't answering his phone? Bada bing, bada boom. Also, in the person that wins the iPad fundraiser, we will contact them to let them know that they are the winner. Also, if they live out of state, we will mail it to them. If they live in the, if they live locally, we will drive it to them, and we'll find a way to make sure that they get their iPad. Does that make sense? Also, when they fill out this part, you want to rip this off. Okay, you put this in the envelope that I'm going to share with you next. This part you leave with them. This works as their receipt, okay? If they walk away saying, I never got a receipt, it's because you did not give this to them. So this is their guarantee that they have, this is like their receipt. This is like bada bing, bada boom, okay? Also, all of your funds at the end, May 19th, will be turned in this envelope, which is provided to you, okay? You put your name, you put your campus. In here, you write the number of raffle tickets sold. So if you sold 40 tickets, boom, you're like, okay, I put 40 right here. Then you times it by $10 because that's how much every ticket is worth, $10. So you times it by $10, and boom, that's how much the amount. So you'd put 400 right there. And then let's say, for example, someone's like, hey, I don't want to buy raffle tickets, but I want to donate to you. So you're like, okay, I'll get $15 donations, but someone doesn't want to actually buy a raffle ticket. You want to make sure you put that in there. So you would write here how much money you got from the actual ticket, and you would write how much donations you got just for walking around, and then you put the total right there. So the number of tickets that you've sold plus the money that you have in here plus what's written on here should all equal out. All of you guys will start off with 25 tickets each, okay? As you need more, immediately contact your team leader so that we can make sure to get these to you ASAP. But again, all of you guys are starting off with 25 tickets each. Everyone is required to sell a minimum of 20 tickets. And May 19th, they are all due, and we will be doing the fundraise, or the actual drawing, again, May 22nd. That's a Tuesday, and by 5 p.m., it will be displayed online at CentralValleyXA.com who's the winner, and they will be contacted by 5 p.m. that day too. Okay, so if you have any questions about specifically what was shared in this video about the iPad fundraiser, please talk with your team leader. And thank you for giving me your time, and we are just going to see the kingdom come like crazy through this iPad fundraiser. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. We love you guys very much. All right. All right, so this concludes the end of our team training. I want to thank you so much for giving me your undivided attention. We had a great time together. If you have any more questions regarding anything that was shared in this video, be sure to talk with your team leader. They'll give you more instruction, give you a little bit more clarity. And I just want to share from my heart, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know that because you guys have been faithful with each one of your phone calls, all the way to the 8th phone call, being faithful with these iPad raffle tickets, going beyond the 20, that's the minimum, but going above that, I know that we're going to all be celebrating May 19th, looking back saying, wow, God stretched his hand, he poured out provision, and I had a bucket big enough to pour it, and that bucket was my faithfulness. So I love you guys so much. We love you guys as a team, as a staff, and we can't wait to see you guys soon. Again, your team leader will be contacting you, letting you know when that next team hangout will be, to pray, to fellowship, get some good food, you know what I'm saying? But just really ultimately coming together to strengthen becoming one in the spirit before we go overseas or before we enter into intercession together. So we love you guys, and we can't wait to see you guys soon. Some of you guys, we see you guys tonight for Training for Reigning, our final session, baby. Oh yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys there too. God bless. Bye.